Just a quick overview. I imagine a lot of you folks probably don't realize, limited irrigation is actually a hot topic, big topic. The way the weather's been lately, the water supplies, everything else. So, are we actually doing any limited irrigation work out here on the research station? Well, we are. We're actually cooperating with a few seed corn companies, and we're actually doing some varietal screening, along with some of the chemical companies are looking at applying various compounds to hopefully alleviate some of the drought type stress in some of the small grain, whether it's spring wheat, winter wheat. We've actually looked at spraying some compounds on corn to hopefully alleviate some of the drought stress. But the one project I'm going to talk about a little bit is under corn. We're screening roughly around, a broad number, roughly around 200 different varieties. We've got over 500 and some two-row plots. What we did is we've got a limited irrigation scenario and we've got a full irrigation scenario. The last 2 years, what we did on the limited irrigation scenario is we actually withheld water for 3 weeks in a row just prior to flowering. Once the corn started to flower, we went ahead and put full irrigation back on. The goal was to roughly decrease the yield of that corn 50%. It's very interesting. Some of the varieties would go ahead and reduce 50%. We'd actually almost eliminate yield on some varieties. Some varieties would actually produce as well as the full irrigation. So it's quite interesting for us to work with some of the seed companies to screen these hybrids that are not out on full production yet, that hopefully can come out on your guys' places and produce a crop under a limited irrigation scenario. That's what we've done the last 2 years. This year what we've got going on is we decided we'd do something, more hopefully normal of what would happen in this area. We went out and put a full irrigation scenario on everything up until flowering. Right at flowering, basically after everything is flowered, silks have started to brown, then we're going ahead and we're reducing the irrigation. So we'll see how that will actually affect some of the yield on the hybrids. Hopefully some of them will do as well. Definitely some are going to probably have a lighter test weight. I would imagine some of the kernels might possibly abort. So it'll be an interesting scenario as well. So again, not a lot of data for you, but just some information about some of the stuff that we are actually doing out here on the station on a limited type irrigation scenario.